All right, we didn't get y'all enough BS. Let's get to it. Let's get to the smoke. Kanye West visited the White House just the other day, and it caused a frenzy to the fact of there's a hurricane going on right now, and everybody was focused on Kanye. Like Hurricane Michael was running through the South, tearing things up, but yet we are focused on Kanye, so let's get to it.
In the hats.
Right, let's get to it. Not only did Kanye
that
show up.
That made him feel like a superhero, he said.
Well, let's break that down to some parts. The first thing I saw on my timeline was Kanye making a pause and telling President Donald Trump, I love this man, and giving him a hug, sitting next to the great Jim Brown.
Jim Brown should have slapped him.
Now, just to give you a little side note, Jim Brown was one of those revolutionary athletes back in the day.
Who didn't
standing on a lot of black issues. And so the fact that he's actually in the White House, too, with Trump was very disappointing to those of us that came up hearing of his legacy and everything. I'm like, this is not the Jim Brown that I grew up hearing about, right? It can't be, right?
So, grandfathers usually a little softer on the grandkids. So, I mean, it's not, he lost his.
But Trump is the ultimate. So, let's not get too big on Jim Brown because that is what it is because he's sitting solid. Him? What did you think
you think a big check came his way?
I mean, it just don't matter. I mean, when you saw Kanye, how did you see it? You tell me what was the first one you saw? Because there was so many clips that didn't got broken apart. What was the first one you saw?
I saw this boy talking about the hat made him feel like a superhero, and I was just tuned out. I was like, this guy.
Okay. We on the same page. That's the first one I saw.
He's gone.
When he talked about Hillary Clinton had I'm with her, and it made him feel a certain type of way because he didn't really see his dad a lot. And although he come from a family of women, and I'm paraphrasing here, so some of you technical people don't be DMing us getting upset, but I'm paraphrasing. And then he was talking about the fact, the hat made him feel like a superhero because of his manhood and things of this nature. What the hell was that? Does he even know how much that's a shot at women and what I'm with her and all the other things like that meant? Like that's as a black man, you speaking about that, like how is I'm with her make you feel some sort of insecurity?
I don't know what Kanye. I don't know. He's in another world. Maybe I think he has a point that he's trying to get to. He just don't know how to get to it.
What point?
I don't know.
Everyone keeps saying this whole it's like a point that he's trying to get to, but he's not clear on what his agenda is. Instead of this, I'm all about love and liberals would try to screw your mind and all this other stuff. It's like, he's taking up a lot of oxygen. And Trump get to the point where you're going to have him in your place.
And they're definitely using him as a puppet.
No doubt. Remember how upset they got when they had Common come to the White House and he just did a poem? Like, he just did a poem, and Kanye cussed. He said, mofo. He said, motherfucker. On some Sam Jackson-ish. And everybody was just laughing. Like, I'm really trying to understand, exactly, where does he think this is going? Here's something, though. Do you think ignoring him, because there's an argument about, we should stop paying him attention, we should stop talking about it, and so ignoring him is the best way because giving him this attention is what he wants.
I believe that's true.
So you think we ignore Kanye, he just go away?
I mean, ignore anybody, they go away.
You said what?
You can ignore anybody and they'll go away.
You think so?
If enough people ignore him and his influence is dead, I mean, nobody has any use for him, so he would absolutely.
See, I can't really rock with that because I'm a firm believer that you have to counter ignorance with knowledge because ignorance spread. If you do nothing, it spreads. And Kanye is the champion of a lot of village idiots out there.
A lot of village idiots.
He is. A lot. Those dudes that that sit up on them corners and try to come up with all the reasons why they don't vote.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The dudes that you and me came up ignoring, that our moms told us to stay away from sometimes, you know what I mean? But we want to hang out with them. Do you get older, you realize they really didn't know what they were talking about? You know what I mean? He's the champion of them because he just says a lot of stuff. He admits he doesn't research none of this stuff. He admits he doesn't know anything. Like when you ask him about laws and all this other stuff, he admits he doesn't even watch CNN. He doesn't pay attention. So it's like, why, bro? Like, why are you like?
Because I got a lot of money, so whatever I say has to be right.
I'm just going to keep repeating it.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it with my chest.
Yeah, but I don't agree with this whole notion that people are trying to bring up that we should just ignore him because you can't ignore it. We ignored Trump. You think about it. No one believed that Trump was going to win or get to the point that he got to. We ignored him, and guess where he's sitting at right now? Right there on 1800 Pennsylvania Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Pennsylvania Avenue. It was like He's sitting right there in that White House because we didn't believe that it can happen. This is what happens when you ignore it. Because when you ignore him, because you think you're too good to ignore somebody like that, guess who listens to him? Idiots. Idiots. And idiots will always outnumber us. And if you can rally up idiots to do things, you can make the world move. Intelligent people have to be in the room. And there was no intelligent people in that room.
No.
I thought Jim Brown was one of them. At least I grew up thinking he was.
He done lost a couple marbles since then.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. This is true. There's no doubt this is true. But I just don't understand the method of that. And he's actually was saying a whole bunch of just nonsense. And you see all the cameras that were around and the attention that they're giving him. It's like, it's also, he's being used because he's also admitted that he's off his meds. So the fact that he's off his meds, we're really just, it's like when you had that crazy or mentally challenged uncle sitting up in the room and everybody just say, just ignore him. But you ain't put the family camera on him at that moment. You know when you be filming your Thanksgiving and you skip that part because uncle is off his meds. So you skip it. They put the cameras on somebody who is definitely mentally not unstable, you know?
Yeah. Somebody turn him off.
Please turn him off.